Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. Today I have a review of this new book by Leslie Stroz. You probably know her if you have spent any time on YouTube. She is kind of the, I would say the big founder and cheerleader of the tiny painting plein air movement. And she wrote a book and she sent this to me because she thought I might enjoy it. And I did. I have spent so many hours just lounging around, looking outside my window at the snow that keeps coming. Not too bad, it's actually raining right now. And just envisioning, dreaming about painting outside, which I will be doing shortly. So this is a nice book, and she didn't ask me to review it. She didn't put any strings attached here, and I am a little leery of reviewing products from other YouTubers just because if you have anything critical to say, it can be bad. But I have to say that I have nothing critical to say about this, so I thought I would share it with you. A lot of times with recent art books that I've seen, they've been kind of fluffy, like not a lot of substance. But there is a lot of substance here. There's a lot of your foundational fundamentals. There is a lot of basics, a lot of like no-nonsense advice and recommendations. It's not recommending you buy a ton of stuff. It's very practical. I really like how it goes through a lot of the foundations and basics and like elements of art and composition, and has beautiful examples. A lot of the examples are actually larger than the life, like the real life, like some of her photos in here, flip through and try to find one, are bigger than like that one's probably bigger than what she painted it as. Very clear photographs, very beautiful photographs, even if you just want to flip through. A lot of practical examples like finding your value. I'm always telling my students that, you know, the colors are great, but value is what you really want to focus on because that's what's going to bring the realism in. You can do crazy wackadoodle colors. If your value is good, then the picture's going to work. And I do have a lot of students that will ask about composition and be really confused about like what makes a good picture. And she gives a lot of advice with that, especially with landscapes and architecture. So I mean, it's a pleasant read, even if you just want a coffee table book to flip through, but it's got a lot of substance, and I feel like that's been missing in a lot of art instruction books lately. In fact, if I'm buying an art reference book, I'm usually buying something from the 90s or earlier, back kind of before there were so many DVDs available or free YouTube videos. I feel like the books had to do a lot more heavy lifting back then, and this book does a lot of heavy lifting. And yeah, and plus I love looking at people's art bags and art supplies too. So I mean, it's just pretty to look at in addition to the fact that it is packed with tons and tons of good content. So if you're thinking about this book, I would recommend it, or, you know, request it at your library. It'd be great. I always think it's great when libraries stock art books. Our library stocked a couple art books because our art classes are really popular when I do the watercolor classes there, and the books they stocked were more fluffy books, and I think I'm going to recommend this one to our library because it has, I mean, even if you're not going to go plein air painting, the foundational things in here, the practical advice is worth it even if you don't do any plein air painting. But this is obviously recommended for tiny painting, and I also feel like it's a really accessible thing for most people. A lot of people that watch my YouTube videos will mention that they have physical limitations and they struggle to get around, and, you know, something like this that's so small you can fit in your hand, you could, you know, she had examples of painting from her car. You paint from your armchair. You can, you know, do art like this anywhere. Even though this is focused on painting landscapes, you could use this advice to paint whatever from your armchair, and I think that's really helpful too. So this is just a very quick little overview in case you were curious about it. It's written in Leslie's very friendly, encouraging style, and I think if you enjoy her content online, you're really going to enjoy this book. It's like she distilled years of videos basically into this book, and I found it very enjoyable, and I think you will too. Very practical. It's practical. I think that's what it is. What I really like about it, it's filled with content, it's packed with content, and it is very practical. It's not like la-di-da, you live in a dream world and nobody can actually do this or achieve this. It's very practical, and I feel like most people can can put into practice the things that she has in this book. So I give it 2 thumbs up. If you're looking to add a book to your reference bookshelf, or you just want something nice to look at, this is a good option. The Big Book of Tiny Painting by Leslie Stroz. I hope you enjoyed this quick review. If you have this book, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have any questions, you can let me know that too. But yeah, it's great. I'll put a link to it on Amazon. You can also get the Kindle version if you don't want to have if you don't want to wait, or you don't want to have a paper version. And you can probably find it in most of your bookstores too, I would think. Let me see. The publisher is David and Charles. Oh, there's the prices. It's $24.99 in the US. It is $16.99 pounds in the UK. I don't know about euros, but I'm sure you can find it. You definitely can find it on Amazon, if no place else anyway. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye.